Hey free-to-play gang, welcome back to another video. So there is, I'll drop the link to this Discord. This is the main Discord, by the way. I'll drop the link to it in the descriptions below. I know some of you guys are not part of Discord for some reason. There are some important things to take note of in the Discord as well, and this is one of the stuff. So there is a new channel here called Chern's Memo. Essentially, this is aptly labeled as face-to-face with the devs, which is true because Chern is actually the producer of Dislyte. You might have seen her in some of the actual official Dislyte videos on their YouTube channel, right? So hello Esper, I am Chern, the producer of Dislyte, and I am back to chat with you all again. As a producer on the development side, I'm also a regular player. Seems like a conflict of interest here. During the process of updating and introducing new features, we would like to share our views directly with players on specific topics. We set up this Chern's Memo channel to allow us to share topics for discussion related to the latest version of the game. Players are invited to join this special channel, and I will join in discussions from time to time to let you all know what I've been thinking. I look forward to all of your suggestions and ideas. Please do listen to our suggestions and ideas as well. So I'm not sure why these emotes are used here, but okay. Okay, so apparently there is going to be maybe new alternate versions of different Esper. So what we can see here is an alternate, why is this popping up here? An alternate version of Lien, which is very ghostly looking for some reason. I'm not super sure why. I've never known her. I mean, I've watched her entire story and nothing actually feels like this is part of her lore or anything like that. So this is kind of weird. Anyway, Lien alt version, I was looking at something the art team has been working on and I had an idea. Essentially, they just apply a negative filter to Lien's artwork. They designed a whole new look for Lien and I could do it myself. I found myself thinking, what if we make this into a new playable Esper? What skills would this version of Lien have? Once I'd had that idea, I started to wonder what people would think about making multiple versions of the same. Multiple versions, so maybe more than 2 versions, right? Multiple. More generally, if each version had different abilities, what do you folks think? Tell us what you think about a new version of Lien appearing in the game as a whole new playable Esper in the following Lien alt version thread. So if you do join this Discord, you can actually share your thoughts about the Lien alt version as well. Okay, so let me just share my thoughts on this first. It might be good, might be bad. So what I'm thinking is the reason why they are possibly doing this instead of just creating a brand new Esper is probably because of the cost. So it does cost some money for you to hire someone to design a brand new Esper. But right now, what you can do is to just tweak existing Espers and give them brand new kits and call it a day, right? So yeah, this is like a cheaper way, in my opinion, of creating a brand new Esper wherein they could have just created a whole new Esper altogether. And I would really hate if they introduced existing Espers of different typings, like Summoner's War, for example, right? I do not really like that idea. I like the fact that all the Espers that we have, they are unique and their functions and purposes are really based on whatever that they are known for. But to create alternate versions of them, I am not sure if I'm super hyped about that idea, but I kind of understand from a perspective of it being extremely expensive to always come up with new Esper designs all the time. Anyway, let's take a look at what people are saying over here, right? So Chern is waiting for your ideas. This is Tiki, by the way. Chern is waiting for your ideas and suggestions regarding an alternate version of Lien. Please leave them here, blah, 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 blah. Alright, so let's take a look at what people have to say. Seems like people are just questioning rather than giving their suggestions, just like questioning stuff, right? Alternate versions of established characters are fine as long as they have new kits and different visuals. Yeah, I mean, like, this brings us back to the point of, like, why create alternate versions of the same Esper when you can't create a brand new Esper, right? Unless they are somehow linked to the story. If they are linked to the story, then I think that makes more sense. Okay, we have Artia here. What they mean, I think, is there will be a different version of Esper. Okay, yes. They're just... they're not even sure how to react to this. So what everyone is talking right here is just, like, whatever that they are expecting of the current updated alternate Lien, but... it doesn't seem like anyone is giving their opinions about it. Oh, take a look at this. It's a bad idea and very lazy instead of making it... This is exactly my thought. I thought I was crazy for thinking this way, right? It's a lazy way to push out new content at a lower cost. It sounds... Okay, I wouldn't say that it's greedy. It's not. It's more cost saving. There's nothing to do with greed. How about you work on pushing out skins on a more consistent basis? Yeah, okay, so I think when I saw the alternate version of Lien, I was thinking that, okay, that just seems more like a skin, right? I mean, for the most part, all of the skins that they have been releasing are just pretty much recolored versions. Have you seen Xiao-In? Like, the new Xiao-In just looks like the old Xiao-In. Like, I can't even tell a difference. There's literally no difference. Like, they just changed the color palette from purple to blue. That's it. That's basically it. And the same goes for Jiangmen as well. They just added a little bit more flowers, but they just changed her color tone from red to blue. It's not really a skin in my opinion. But yeah, I feel exactly the same way as this. I'm actually quite surprised that someone brought it up as well. Yeah, I'm thinking that this should definitely just be a skin unless they have some addition to her story. If there is some addition to her story, then it might make sense if you could somehow like with the press of a button, right, change the design or change your Esper from this Esper to a different Esper, and you can only like maybe choose one of each of these types, right? If you can do that, if you give us an option to swap, then okay, that makes more sense because we cannot use both of those Espers together. Then yeah, okay, I kind of like that idea as well. So it's not quite the same as like running a Gaius, right, where Gaius can transform. What I'm talking about is more like you can only choose one of these versions and you cannot play both at the same time, right? If you want to use this version, then you can only use this version for all content. If not, you have to swap to the other version. It just makes things a little bit more interesting in my opinion. But yeah, I'm not a fan of lazy designs basically, so I hope this is something interesting. This actually sounds like a nod to the ascended versions of the characters, but the thing is, if they're going to change the skill kits entirely, this is not an ascension anymore, right? This is more like a complete shift, which means if this is true, then it might not always make sense to ascend a character because you're going to get a different skill kit which you might not even want in the first place. Okay, so anyway, leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. I'd like to know how you think about what they are pushing for and why do you think they're pushing for this way, right? I'd like to know more from Chen directly as to why they have decided to introduce alternate versions. Like, what is the basis for this, right? What is the idea behind it? I would like to know more about what they think apart from that, just like, oh, I woke up one day and I had this huge idea, this spark or something like that. I need to know more about why they think this is a good idea, or rather why the producer think this is a good idea moving forward. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. I hope you guys enjoyed today's content. If you did, don't forget to thumbs up. It really helps the channel, and subscribe for more Dislyte content. Now that said, this has been Derek Free to Play, and as always, I will see you in the next video.